Hi, Internet. I don't have a specific topic for this video. I just kind of wanted to talk about gaming memories, if that makes any sense. Um, I wanted to kind of go through, my history with gaming and maybe lead into why I collect in the first place. So, gaming memories. My earliest gaming memory is Chris. I want to say it's Christmas 2000. It's either 2000 2001. I'm 5 years old, and for Christmas, I get a PlayStation 1 and some games, and a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Blue, I want to say. It was either blue or yellow. Either I got blue or I got yellow and my brother got blue or he got yellow. Either way, we got a Pokemon game. And I remember I was so excited to play. The first game I ever played for the PS1 was 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue. It is one of those Disney games that Disney was churning out back in the day. And don't get me wrong, loved it. It's a great game. And then eventually I got more Disney games. We got Bugs Life, which I really got to get because that was a fun game. I remember it also being very creepy. Maybe because I was young and I didn't really understand much about graphics or anything, but I remember it being really creepy. But man, those Disney games, I loved those Disney games. 102 Dalmatians, Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is a fantastic game. I highly recommend anyone play it if they have a chance to. Play it on PS1. N64 is a little hard to control, I think. I don't think they have it on any other systems. I could be wrong, though. And Emperor's New Groove is another just wonderful PS1 game. Oh, and how could I even forget the Harry Potter games? So this is just gonna be me talking about my PS1 experiences, because holy crap, I just went through so many games. Let's start over. PS1, Toy Story 2. You're going around as Buzz Lightyear, shooting bad guys and collecting Pizza Planet tokens to advance to the next level. Such a simple concept, but so fun. Each level is huge. Huge. Well, it has to be huge because you're in the perspective of a toy. But the game is so fun. And I just highly recommend it. And Emperor's New Groove is another one of those games where it's a long game. Don't get me wrong. It's a very long game. And when I was younger, there's a specific level. It's 5 or 6, 7 chapters in or something like that. The first set of chapters is in the village where, what's his name? I can't remember the bigger guy's name in the movie. He goes with Cusco around all the time. I'm sure it'll come to me. But anyways, there's a specific level after the village in the jungle where you have to mash buttons to escape cheetahs or leopards or something. I don't know exactly what big cat they are, but you're running from them. And I didn't know this when I was 7 or 8 playing this. I was just mashing the X button and wondering, why do I keep dying to these stupid cats that keep, attacking me? It wasn't until way later, and I mean a decade later, when I'm playing it on my PS3 because I had it downloaded off the PSN store, that you had to press all 4 buttons at the same time and just mash and mash and mash. And even then, you barely escaped the Panthers or whatever the hell they are. But I never got past that as a kid, so it wasn't until I was in my teens that I got to really see the rest of the game and finally beat it. So that was a lot of fun. And I think I've spoken before about how much I love the Harry Potter games for PS1. But man, those games just define my childhood. I think what always gets me about those games is the atmosphere and, in turn, the lack of music, if that makes any sense. Because the music is great when there is music. There's just not a lot of music. Most of the time, you're wandering around the castle and it's whisper quiet. Minus, if you're in the main portrait hall, the grand staircase, you'll hear the whispers of the portraits on the wall. And occasionally a ghost might flutter past. But, man, those games. I might do a playthrough of those, to be honest, because they're just so fun. And this was not what this video was meant to be. I just went on a tangent here. These two cases right here that I was going to show, this was supposed to be games that I still have left over from my childhood, but I just got hung up on PS1. So let's keep going. Let's see what else I got here. Let's see. We have the Mega Mans, the Final Fantasies, Resident Evil. I didn't have any of those heavy hitters back when I was growing up. I didn't have Symphony of the Night. I didn't have Silent Hill. I didn't have Parappa the Rapper. I didn't have any of those. I had Disney games and a NASCAR game for some reason. I remember there was a glitch where if you pick a course, I think it was NASCAR 98, and there's a specific course where you start off with a very long straightaway, and then there's a very, very, very tight right turn. Like, it's almost 180 degrees in, like, this wide of a space. So, I remember finding a glitch where if you just drove as hard as you could and banked just at the last moment, because there weren't a lot of physics in that game, you can get your car to glitch out and do, like, acrobatics in the air. Like, flip and do everything. And it wasn't supposed to do that, so the game's constantly fighting you and trying to pull it back down. And, of course, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just thought, yay, crash cars. As any, 5-year-old would do. And then, growing up, I remember going one day, once we got the PlayStation 2, I remember I wanted to play, I think it was Bug's Life. And I really, really wanted to play it. And I went to our little drawer in our office growing up and looking for the games, and I couldn't find them. And I searched the entire house and couldn't find these games. And I went to my mom and I said, "Hey, Mom, where are these, where's that Bug's Life game?" And she says, "Oh, honey, I threw those out. I thought you didn't need them anymore because you got the new system." And I was, like, so upset. But that's okay. Parents didn't know. My parents weren't gamers. They didn't know. So, whatever. That's fine. And I think that kind of leads into why I collect in the first place. Because I remember that disappointment of just, like, wanting to play something but not having it. So why not have everything? And also, when you're a kid, you want every game. You want to have a collection like my PS4 collection, but for whatever system you have. You don't want just 5 or 6 games. You go to your friend's house, they have a game you never played. They have, I don't know, Resident Evil 4. You've never seen a game like that. You want to play that game. But unfortunately, you don't have it. And unfortunately, it's not Christmas, so your parents aren't really going to buy you video games, because video games rot your brain. Maybe. Or maybe you did have parents that were gamers, and, you had a lot of games and stuff like that. I wasn't one of those kids. Not saying I wasn't spoiled by any means. I still had, whatever I needed growing up. I was very fortunate to have that. But as a kid, you wanted every game. And now that I'm an adult, here we are 20-something years later, I can buy these games. And they're cheap. Mostly. Some of them. Except Clock Tower over there. Clock Tower is super expensive. But they're cheap. These PS4 games are cheap. And you can have all of them. I can go back and relive my PS2 era memories. Like having the Japanese version of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I remember searching for this on eBay back in like 2008. And it was like $20 then. And I didn't want to pay that because A, I didn't have a credit card. And B, how the hell would I convince my mom to buy me a Japanese game? She doesn't trust the internet. The internet's full of scammers. Stay. So it's nice as an adult. Even though I've been getting rid of some of my collection of fun stuff, it's still nice to have all of this. And I shouldn't take that for granted. So I guess next video I will actually go through these cases. I just went on a long tangent, but some people like tangents. Some people like hearing about the history of other people. I know my videos aren't very professional, and to be honest, my camera, like my lighting setup is just the lights in my room here, and the ceiling lights. I say a lot. My microphone is just plugged right into my phone, which is my camera. I don't want to lose that, because that's what YouTube is to me. YouTube is just people who are passionate about their hobbies talking about them. So, take that as you will. I hope you enjoyed. If you like these tangent videos, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support me on Ko-fi, the link will be down in the description. We're getting close to 200 subscribers. I have no idea what I'm going to do for that, but thank you. And thank you very much for watching.